up, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in on my first video. I'm super excited to be sharing how to become a successful makeup artist, some tips and tricks on how to get started in the industry, and I hope you guys can find some insight. And I hope makeup artists who are watching agree. Alright, so the first step that I thought was pretty crucial is just covering your basis and either getting a makeup artist certificate or going ahead and getting an actual cosmetology license. In Texas, they prefer you to have that if you're going to offer a service or be a makeup artist or even start your own company. So that is a really good way to get started. Also, a makeup certification is very price efficient. It is not nearly as much as it is to go to cosmetology school. So a certificate is just as good. The next thing that I would say, and this is pretty much just a personal quality trait that, you either have or you don't, but is being a people person, because in this industry, you are constantly talking to people, you're around people, you're in people's faces all day long. So being a people person is something that's gonna be extremely crucial because you have to know how to communicate and get along with different people, some that you may not know. Obviously you gain clients and you gain relationships with them, but new clients and new people that you don't know, you wanna be kind and you wanna be welcoming. That way you can, add them to your clientele. The next important thing is going to be networking. So that is offering your services to people, not being afraid of saying, hey, I'm a makeup artist, if you ever have a gig or if you ever have, if you ever need a makeup artist in general, I'm here, this is my location, this is my contact information. I do that all the time. I'm constantly on Facebook and Instagram, trying to network people, trying to find connections. It's not even about other makeup artists, but it's about companies, people who are, in the TV industry, the film industry, which is something that I'm really interested in. So I am constantly always reaching out to those people, letting them know who I am, introducing myself, and making my face familiar. So networking is extremely crucial in this industry, just as it is in every other industry. It's all about who you know. So that is extremely important. The next thing that I would say, and this one is one of the most important ones, and it is finding your style as a makeup artist. Not all makeup artists are the same. We all have our style, we all have our preferences. Most of us are versatile, but we still have our comfort zone, So just finding what it is you like to do, what it is that makes you happy, what's fun for you. So that is either, working with brides or working in the TV industry, working runway. However, working as an Instagram makeup artist is 120% different than working as an actual makeup artist, because those looks are not really gonna be asked for a paying client who is going out somewhere. I can honestly count on just one hand how many times I've been asked to do a dramatic cut crease or a super intense liner. It's really not all about that. In this part of the industry, if you're wanting to be a makeup artist, on sets and stuff, that's not really our kind of style. It's amazing to know how to do that art. Please do not get me wrong, but it's not something that's super popular when you go work for a bride or a wedding. It's just not something that is super asked for. But do not let that discourage you, Do your thing. Everybody, like I said, everybody has their own style. And if that's your style, stick to it. Another really important thing is learning to work with different skin types and skin tones. Do not limit yourself to only knowing how to work with one specific skin tone or one specific skin type, okay? Because it is extremely important that you know how to work with all of the different skin tones, because you don't want to cut yourself short, and it's honestly the same. It's just skin. It's just using different colors. If you know your color wheel, you know what goes with what cancels out what, you're fine. You just gotta kind of get over that hump. Once you do something one time, it's automatically more comfortable. Even if it wasn't perfect, you still feel more comfortable doing it again than you did the first time, So working with different skin types is extremely important because you don't want to limit yourself to, only having a specific type of clients. It's awesome and really amazing to meet all kinds of different people, no matter the skin color. So you don't want to just only know how to do one because that's what you're comfortable with. The next thing that a lot of makeup artists or beginning makeup artists don't realize is that you will have to do free work, because if you want to get yourself out there, you have to be willing to, work for free sometimes. I still work for free sometimes. I am really involved in something that's called TFP, and it's trade for photos. So that is working with photographers, a specific or a group of photographers, them having a look in mind or them having a vision of, what they want their photo shoot to go like, you doing the makeup, and them giving you pictures of their models. So you can use that for your Instagram, for your portfolio, for your Facebook, whatever it is that you're using, whatever social media it is that you're using, you can use that. And it's amazing quality professional photos, especially for new upcoming photographers. They are always willing to trade services, and that's something that's really important in this industry, and it also goes back to networking. So if you ever do get big, you'll have an amazing photographer that will capture your model's photos. The next thing is a good way to start building your clientele is, in my opinion, this is what I did, is starting out at like a makeup counter or a makeup store such as Ulta or Sephora, and learning to work with people, learning to work with different skin types and skin tones. So it still goes back to that, learning to work with different people and just really opening up your own limits. I guess limits is the word. Just being actually versatile on what you can do and what you can work with. So that is a good way to build clientele. And I know a lot of corporate, they kind of say like, oh, these clients are ours. However, if your client follows you, you cannot get in trouble for that. That just means you're good at your job. So don't let that scare you. It does not mean you cannot, once you leave, you're gonna be starting from zero again, because the clients that you have built those relationships with will always follow you. And you also have to realize, so this is 9, you also have to realize that when you're going out on your own and you're starting your own makeup business, that it takes years to build a full book. It honestly does. I mean, it takes a very long time for you to actually be able to go out on your own and sustain this job as a living, so it's years of finding people, offering your services, working in retail, whatever it is you're doing. It takes a really long time to build that full clientele book, but luckily for us, we have social media these days, and that is an amazing way to market, and it's free. I mean, you can pay for ads, but just uploading a photo to Instagram or Facebook or whatever, it's free. So that's free marketing, and that will also help you build your clientele. That has worked for me. I have gotten a lot of clients off of the internet. So be sure to to use that to your advantage. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, because if you don't, you won't. And my last tip that is honestly really fun, and it's a fun way to learn, is collaborating with other makeup artists. Because I guarantee you, if you were to tell 2 makeup artists to do the same exact thing, they're both gonna do it a little bit differently. And one is gonna do time and one is gonna do precise. And those are both extremely important and crucial to this industry. You have to be on time. You have to have your time down. You can't be taking 2 hours to do a soft glam makeup. You need to get that done in 30 minutes, okay? So learning and working with another makeup artist will kind of give you insight on what they do, some tricks that they do. You can learn and you can teach, and it's a very good moment for both of you guys. You can never stop learning in this industry. You cannot be opposed to you cannot be opposed to stop learning in this industry also, because it is forever changing. It is forever evolving. New trends are coming in, new trends are coming back around, and you always want to stay on top of that, because when that client comes in and they asks, for what the trend is, and you can't do it, you just lost a client. And then also it goes back to word of mouth. If your name ever gets mentioned again, that client will be like, well, she wasn't able to do this for me, so, and that just is kind of like, it kind of limits you. So make sure that you're always learning, you're always trying new things, you're always trying to keep up with the trends, because as a makeup artist, we are very involved in the we are the beauty community, we are. Makeup, makeup goes with fashion, art, you know, all that stuff. It's all in the beauty industry. So you really want to make sure that you are staying on top of the trends. That's another important factor. And I didn't really go into what should be in your kit because, like I said, this was part one. Well, maybe I didn't say that, but it's on the description. So this is just part one. These are 10 key tips that I think are extremely important to a beginner, somebody who is interested in, you know, having this passion as a career. And, you know, if you love what you do, you never really work a day in your life. So I just want you to know that it is fun and it is a beautiful industry, but it is also not, you know, the glamorous life. It's truly not. You know, there is a lot of hard work and dedication that goes behind just, you know, putting makeup on somebody's face, and that's something that a lot of people don't realize. And a lot of people are degrading towards makeup artists because they're like, oh, you just do makeup for a living. You know, I've had a lady like, oh, so is this your real job? I'm sorry, aren't you paying me? Yes, this is my real job, you know? So please, people, even if you're not a makeup artist watching this video, please don't ever try to degrade somebody because they are doing what they love for a job. You know, this is obviously an extremely amazing and forever growing career, and you should never degrade somebody for following their heart and following their dreams and doing what they love, you know, because after all, everybody wears makeup at some point in their time. You know, everybody gets their makeup done at some point, you know, so you obviously need a makeup artist at some point in your life. So please always appreciate your makeup artist, appreciate your hairstylist, anybody who's in the beauty industry, because it's not just all fun and games. There is a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people don't know. And, you know, something as a makeup artist that you have to really truly understand and realize is that you cannot make everybody happy, and that's okay. You know, like you're not a fit for everybody, and you have to accept that. You know, you're not gonna hit it off or get along with everybody that sits in your chair, and that's okay, because for everyone that you miss, you know, you gain 2 more, or whatever the saying is. You know, for everyone you lose, you gain 2, or whatever. But yes, so that is my spill. This is my first video. I hope you guys learned something. I hope any makeup artist who is watching agreed. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them at the bottom. If you have any video suggestions, I would love that. Like I said, this is part 1. I have a lot of stuff in store and in mind for this YouTube channel. I am so excited to start doing this. I have postponed this first video for so long, but I finally got over the hump and I did it, and I'm super excited to share this journey with you guys. And please stay tuned. Mwah.